That was Waterparks with Brainwashed off their brand new album, Intellectual Property. And I am very stoked right now to have Awsten right next to me.
Woo!
I had this whole thing prepared. I was going to be like, I have author, fashion designer, singer, songwriter, dog watcher, dog whisperer, best friend, incredible human, spelling bee champion, Awsten Knight next to me. And I had to just go straight into Austin's next to me.
Don't ever just go straight into it again. I love that intro.
All these cameras, there's 5 on us right now. This is the most we've ever had. I was
You guys bulked up.
Yeah, we got some cameras. And if you're listening on radio, there's 0 cameras that are in front of us right now because there's just audio happening. But either way, I'm very excited to have you next to me and to talk all about Intellectual Property, your brand new album that's dropping tomorrow.
Yes, I am so happy it has not leaked. That makes me feel so good. Babies, why are you fighting? It's going to be, hey. You're so handsome.
Biggie.
It is devastating.
This is Biggie's first and last video interview he's invited to.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll leave him alone. I'm very excited for everybody to hear it. It has been, the longest album rollout we've ever done by far. It's the best Waterparks album, the best album. And, I'm just ready for everyone to hear it. It's time.
Hell yeah. Like, you guys dropped Funeral Grey, it feels like about a year ago now.
Yes.
And played it all through Sad Summer. And that was highlight of Sad Summer last year for me was hearing Funeral Grey live.
Yeah.
And that song I think it really just showed the pop side and the pop capability of Waterparks, just melodically, vocally, and just sound-wise. And opened a whole new door. And then when Brainwash dropped, I was like, oh, wow.
Dude, I mean, we've always been like pop boys at heart. You know what I mean? Like there's always been so much pop influence in what we do. It's just, I feel like we've gotten better at kind of honing it a bit. You know what I mean? I was like, why not? I want to make some stuff that like sports moms would like. Definitely. You know what I mean? Driving their kids to soccer.
Yeah.
And it's like, they want to get like baptized in spit.
One of the most iconic lines on the record. And as always, listening to the lyrics on the record, there's some of the most savage lyrics I've ever heard, some of the most insane metaphors I've heard, and just brings out all sorts of writing emotions, and just knowing how clever and how you meticulously place everything too is so much fun.
Thank you. I mean, we really, since this is a shorter album than Greatest Hits, we're able to like jam pack every song with just as much as possible. You know what I mean? Like every line is there because it has to be.
Yeah.
There's no filler. There's no like, we say this line just so we can get to this one. It's all very purposeful.
Yeah. And it's all very personal too. Like even like the intros with just the speaking part. I'm gonna mess up song titles because I'm the absolute worst.
That's okay.
The one where you start out with like, oh, you want to talk to my manager, Benji?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Real super dark. Yeah.
Yeah. It just goes so hard.
Dude, there was a few different instrumental versions. I knew I wanted to start a song with that. And, that instrumental, I've had that one since maybe like the end of 2019 or very early 2020. Like I had green hair when that instrumental, was demoed out. And it took so long to get the vibe right with the lyrics. And just going full chaotic and like borderline kind of cartoon with it. That was the vibe. Like whenever like that idea came back into mind, I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. You know what I mean?
So good. And just like throughout the years, being able to see your live show, everything from like Troubadour to you selling out the Wiltern, the Sad Summer shows and all.
Dude, wait for this one, man. This tour is going to be ridiculous.
And that's the point I was getting to. I've always seen and understood the production more after seeing the live production with the lights and everything you guys have going on.
Yeah.
This time, I heard the record and I saw the production and everything happening while listening to this. I'm like, ooh, they're planning the live show through the recordings this time, it seems like.
Dude, it's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. Like, wait, you're going to the Anaheim one?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
You guys are bringing some incredible bands out on the road
are.
as well. Huge fan of Daisy Grenade, huge fan of Sophie Powers, and then Elliot's awesome as well. And Honey's on the whole tour, and then it's rotating 3 different openers.
Yes, so Honey's on the whole thing, and then everybody else gets like 2 weeks each or something like that.
Hell yeah.
Not really good at math, but it's something.
That's awesome. And if anyone out there listening and watching right now has paid attention to every Waterparks tour, usually the opener seems to have a moment within the 6 months after.
I mean,
the Waterparks.
There's always time to become friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always time to become friends, make some cool stuff. You know the vibe.
Exactly. And you guys made a ton of friends over the last few years, I could tell, because you have
Everyone loves us very much.
because you guys have some incredible features on this record as well.
Yeah.
A little artist, up and coming Black Bear that no one's really heard of.
You know, we kind of took him under our wing and showed him the ropes. And
So how that collaboration come about, and that tour looked incredible, and I never thought Black Bear, Heart Attack Man, and Waterparks
I know.
on tour together would make as much sense as it did.
it made like it may have looked strange on the outside, but if you were at that show, the vibes made perfect sense. You know what I mean? Because I think Black Bear loves all kinds of bands. You know what I mean? So kind of putting it under that umbrella, and then he had variations of his songs at the shows where it was like kind of, I guess, more band oriented. So it all kind of like the package made sense. You know what I mean? Like seeing it that way.
That's awesome. And you guys became good friends with Heart Attack Man. You're on a
I just talked to Eric for like an hour on the phone the other day. Or it was an hour 5 minutes.
damn. I FaceTimed with him for like 20 seconds the other day from Salsa and Beer.
Did you? He is so. He is just looking into my eyes. Lick my nose, dude. I swear to God. Thank you.
Oh, Biggie. I think this is Biggie's first Waterparks interview, technically.
No, it's not.
He was part of the takeovers, but he's never been part of an interview, I don't think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think you're actually right.
So I have to give a big shout out to Waterparks and their fans for crashing 3 different phone lines the last time we did a Waterparks giveaway.
We should do another one. Let's break some
Ooh.
telephones.
Let's go for 5 telephones this time.
I bet we can make it.
I think we could do it. But yeah, I remember we were doing the takeover and it crashed the studio line.
Yeah.
Completely froze it. Then I was
we
like,
had to get on something else.
yeah, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm giving my personal line out. Terrible idea. Had to change
I don't
my
know
personal
why you would
line.
ever do that. That is crazy.
I needed to make sure these Waterparks fans got into the shows.
I mean, and that you did. So I hope they all said thank you online.
We changed my number before they were able to say thank you.
That
But
makes sense.
I know they all tried to.
Yeah.
The person who got it has told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they relayed the message. So with this record too, just opening up with Star F Word, because this interview is going on YouTube, even though I've slipped up a few times. The Star F Word as an intro to the record.
I thought you could cuss as long as it's not in the first 15 seconds.
All right, so your song Starfucker, that
Did I make that
intellectual
up?
property.
Am I right?
You said it in the interview, so it's true.
Yeah, as long as it's specific enough of a lie.
But it starts out with Starfucker, and it's like very much, I feel like a mission statement for intellectual property and kind of what Waterparks has been through the last decade of being a band now. And
It's crazy. We have to quit soon. Why are you laughing?
do not quit. You'll never quit.
Oh. Okay.
But Jesus, that threw me off.
Sorry, go ahead.
But it starts off with that, and then just beautifully flows into another song,
Real Super Dark. Yeah,
Real
it's the
Super
second
Dark.
one.
Yeah. And then, dude, 3 pop bangers in a row.
Right away, yeah.
And then it's like literally a roller coaster of emotion going through the record. And I know you probably spent so much time getting that track listing perfect.
Dude, you know I'm a nerd about that.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, even if there's not technically like a like sonic, transition there, it still has to flow perfectly. And then I love doing you know how it is with the albums. Like, I love going like as angry or crazy and then bringing it like way down and being like kind of depressing and then picking it back up and it's like ethereal, and then it's like fucking hard shit and you're like, oh my God, and then you're like pop banger to remind you we can do that, and it's like, oh my fucking God. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's so good.
Thank you.
Like, even just the placement of the songs I was a huge fan of, where
Thank
it's
you.
like I've never said that in an interview. I'm like, yeah, track 7 belonged at track 7.
It really did. Like, I go fucking nuts over that.
Yeah.
Actually, for greatest hits, like Otto flew out here and I had printed, baby, bless you. Hey, you're okay. Hi. We had printed out all the songs on like little slips of paper, and we were like pushing them around on a board. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was like a very last minute decision on the last album to make Fuzzy track 2. Like, that was almost numb for like a year of making that.
Damn.
That was going to be the opener. Yeah, but like getting to kind of do that and like play around with it and like think about the way, like, because if you do like a lyric like callback thing too soon or in the wrong order, it doesn't land right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's just a there's a lot that goes into it. So I appreciate you appreciating it.
Of course. And if we could add one more title to Waterparks, except for God's favorite boy band, God's favorite band, the best band, all of those, it's Callback Kings.
Ooh, okay.
That
sounds like a local band. We are Callback Kings from Pittsburgh.
And we need to sell 50 tickets.
Tell everybody outside to come inside.
But
tell them the show is starting.
Talk about how important it is to keep the fandom and everything involved when it comes to callbacks and little like Easter eggs for them, because I see the tweets, like I'll see you tweet and within 1 minute I'll just click on it and see what the responses are. Yeah. And it's always some sort of Easter egg. And obviously you're planting them, the Easter Bunny himself.
Awsten Knight, a.k.a. the Callback King, a.k.a. the Easter Bunny. No, I mean, it's very important. I mean, it's world building, you know what I mean? And like kind of a culture building thing is so important, and like laying all those Easter eggs, planting those seeds, like it just makes, like whenever the album does come out and everything's kind of blooming, if you will, for our metaphor, like it just expands the universe so much. It makes, hopefully people appreciate it more. I mean, it makes me appreciate it more. I'm the biggest fan. I'm the number one Waterparks fan.
I guess that means I'm the second biggest fan.
My mom's the second.
I guess I'm the fourth.
You can be, wait, who's third?
I don't know. I figured
Biggie?
you were going to say someone was third.
Nah, I think Biggie, maybe. I think he's just a fan of me. I don't think he gives a shit about the band.
He's only there for the front band.
Yeah.
Oh, Biggie. So now I also want to talk about the album artwork. This is the first time I'm ever doing an interview with the album actually right next to me. I feel like a real talk show host right now.
Ooh, we're like Jay Leno.
Yeah, Jay Leno and everyone. Off of Waterparks' 9th studio album.
The rest of this, you just need to be playing Jimmy Fallon. Like,
is this the 9th album now? Or is it
9th?
Or 9th release?
Bruh, read the thing.
Exclusive 5th studio album. Perfect. But perfect.
Yeah, it's the 5th studio album.
But you had EPs and everything too.
Yeah, true.
And a live album.
We did have a live album.
So technically it might be 9.
Well, but what did you call it though?
The 9th. I don't know. It's not on recording, so no one could go back to what I said.
Okay, fair enough.
So no one could correct me.
So, like you said, the 5th album
record from Waterparks.
Yeah.
So, talk about the artwork, because I know there was something very significant when it came to the frog and everything.
Yeah.
And also the red.
Yeah.
See some red. Also, Awsten advanced that we needed red carpets as well for his interview.
And they came through.
Uh-huh.
I love to be a diva now.
So talk about the color scheme.
And they're circular.
and
That's perfect.
And the frog, because...
yes. Hang on, I'm throw my phone out of my pocket. It's bugging me. Okay. So, truthfully, I had so many different frog variations. I could actually probably show you. I just talked to somebody on Zoom right before this, who was asking stuff, and I was like, look at all these. And they're like, oh my fucking God. Because, there was just so many variations. But the idea behind it was, can I see it? This is for all the visual people. So... the idea behind the color scheme was, should I start with frog or color scheme?
Let's go with frog.
Frog first. Okay, so frogs have always been one of my favorite animals. I think they're so cool. I used to have one until my parents cooked it. Rest in peace.
Oh my God.
It was awful. Very traumatizing. But so I learned while I was this was being made, the album was getting wrapped up, that frogs have their significance in a biblical context was it was a very unclean, dirty, even seen, I mean metaphorically of course, but demonically and shit you know what I mean? It was very they were sacrilegious. They were seen as plague and stuff that's how they were always presented. And it's kind of how growing up, I mean I've learned recently through therapy and all the shit, but kind of how religion made me feel. And so a lot of the album has to do with religious trauma lyrically. And so that's kind of the way it ties in. And blue for me has always been kind of the color that I've identified with, as far as early on, you know what I mean? In a more, I guess, innocent way before, the band kind of got anywhere and I was living at home and blah, 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 from Cluster and Double Dare and all that. It was very blue centric, and then I wanted it to be around this massive, bombastic, kind of aggressive, kind of hypersexual, like violent. You know what I mean? Like this kind of red. It's very gritty and stuff like on
Yeah.
purpose. And I wanted it to be like surrounding that kind of blue frog here. You know what I mean?
That's sick.
That's the vibe anyway. Sorry, I kind of got a little deep there. But yeah, that's the reason for the frog and
Gotcha.
colors.
I love it. And obviously a new era means a new hair color as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Next is bald, and everybody will stop liking us.
Oh, that's a lie.
I'll go bald for an EP.
Everyone's going to still like you guys.
Only Biggie and you.
True. The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
two that matter.
Right. We'll
Or
come back
technically-
here, and your phone will be fine.
Or 1.5 because he's a half. Right, Mr. Biggie?
Yeah.
But,
You're whole to me.
It's funny. Before you got here, I said, Biggie, Uncle Austin's here. And he started barking and ran straight to the door. He loved it.
Come here. Come here. You're a little angel. Did you know? Thanks. He's going. Hello.
So now on the record, you guys dropped a remix of Self-Sabotage before the record came out, which I found very interesting.
Yeah. Got a few more boys like that
Really?
up our sleeve. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not about spoilers, but I'll let you know because I like you.
Ooh. That's awesome. I'm very excited to hear those. And then
got my lip.
Self-Sabotage featuring Good Charlotte.
Yes.
Pretty legendary.
Fucking very legendary. We were just like at the studio. I was like, I want to make some alt versions, blah, 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 blah. Like, need to get some friends and stuff involved. And Benji he was like, yeah, I wonder who we could do. I'm like, fucking, I don't know. And he was like, fine, we'll do it like now. I'm like, okay then. And so, I mean, yeah, it was very just organic, very easy. And they killed it.
That's awesome. And this record, you got to write with Andrew Goldstein on a couple songs as well.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man,
yeah.
the myth, the legend.
Yeah, dude. Like, well, because, we worked with him on Low Key as Hell. That was on the last album. So, it was very, starting at Greatest Hits, I started wanting to kind of involve other people more. And I think it's because of some crazy shit that happened in 2020. I don't know if you heard about it, but it kind of made everybody feel very isolated and very, I don't know, kind of on their own. And so while I was making that album, I started involving friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bringing in people to make more instrumental stuff, like more vocal layers, just all kinds of things. And so, yeah, I kind of got more comfortable over Greatest Hits, like working with more people. And I trust Andrew. He's a sweetheart. And so, yeah, no, we knocked out Self-Sabotage in a fucking day. It was like, it was quick, yeah.
That's awesome. And also, this is the second record Zach Cervini has worked on as well, right?
Third.
Damn.
Yeah, we started with him on Fandom.
Gotcha.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. It's fun because, I'll make the demo at home and like I try and get it to a point where I'm like, this sounds finished.
Yeah.
Like this song can come out now. And then that's when you bounce the stems and everything, bring it over to Zach. And then we just try and beat every single sound, wind up beating. I mean, it depends on the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like certain ones are like mostly me. Certain ones are mostly him. Like Starfucker, mostly me. Like Real Super Dark, a lot me. Like Night Out on Earth, stuff like that. But then there's songs like Self-Sabotage where that's fucking full on him. Like full, like, I mean, dude, he's a fucking legend. None of it could happen without him. Like it winds up sounding so much bigger than I could have imagined. Like every time he puts guitars on anything, like every time he does his Zach genius magic shit, it's incredible.
I remember being in the studio when you guys were doing Turbulent and him showing me all the hidden layers and everything you were doing and you were dissecting it with him. And I'm like, oh my God, this is wild.
It's sick. It's like, all right, now put these horns there. Now put those violins there. Make other violins do something kind of fucked up and dissonant, but make sure it's not too loud to where it clashes like poorly. You know, like it's a whole thing. A lot of layers.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, baby.
And now with intellectual property, also, yeah, you're going to have to go to J next.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. And I always try to guess what it's going to be called.
Jifish.
Yeah. It'll be called Jif Fish.
Yeah. Jidobi.
Jidobi Radio.
Yeah.
So, with 5 studio
Tom's
albums.
like, what the fuck?
With 5 studio albums out right now, you have a handful of EPs, a live album as well, which is obviously all the songs that you put out already. How do you guys?
It sounds wrong when you say it, but you're right. We have a lot of shit.
Yeah. So the tour coming up might be the longest Waterparks set yet.
Yeah. Otto always pushes. He's like, what if we did fucking 40 songs? I'm like, I can't. Here's the thing. If I was like just playing guitar, I could fucking play all night.
Yeah.
My voice, if we do some like 2-hour set 3 or 4 days in a row, I'm going to sound like shit for somebody. So I try and, preserve.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine. I'll send a set. And he's like, oh, dude. Otto's so frustrating sometimes. Because like, okay, if you don't know, he's like very not technological. He doesn't play with anything like that. I sent him a set list and I was like, what if we do that? And he sent me, this wasn't for this tour, it was the last one. And I was just like, oh my God, nightmare mode. But he sent me back 6 different drafts, but he wrote them with pencil and paper. So I couldn't even like edit them or delete things or move them around. He was just sending me images like of pencil and paper written set. I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm not working like this. No, fucking type it or call me. Like, I'm not reading all of this. This is insane. Otto's crazy. But no, we put together a good set for this one, and I think people are they're gonna trip. Twitter's gonna have fun.
Hell yeah. And to add to the red theme, there's a whole lot of red on the ad mat right now because basically every show's sold out.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's really getting there. Come on, Vancouver. What the fuck?
What was the one show? Was it New Orleans where you just kept trolling that like 7 people bought tickets and people were like, wait, seriously?
Yeah, now it's like 16, so there we go.
Damn.
New Orleans or surrounding areas or people with access to a plane ticket. Come to New Orleans. It's probably not sold out.
Everyone asking for guest lists in LA. There's extra spots in New Orleans.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll be at the OC date.
Beautiful.
Because you're not doing LA technically on this tour, right?
OC.
Santa Ana's OC?
Santa Ana.
Anaheim?
Anaheim.
Yeah.
I'm so geographically fucked. I will never know what you're talking about unless you say it. There's 2 LA dates.
Oh.
One is sold out. One is not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so second LA people come through. If you live in LA, come to the second show. It's going to be great.
I'm not going to lie. It's hard to read a tour ad map when they're sold out over everything. So I was just taking a while.
That's why I made a new one because John kept complaining about it. He's like, I don't know when or where the fuck anything is. And I was like, all right, I'll make a new one.
the laminate for the tour is just one sold out logo.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like, you can't come in.
So now, one of my favorite things about Waterparks 2 is just the visuals and everything. And this album is not going to come short of giving everyone incredible music videos. And there's a couple out right now as well. So talk about the thought process behind those. And you're getting more into the directing and the producing side of these, right?
Absolutely, dude. Like starting at Fandom, I think is when that picked up because, I would spend so much time making edits and like changing things. It'd be pissing people off. They'd be like, oh my God, this fucking like singer kid's being a fucking asshole. And I'm like, okay, but if I just say I'm the director now, then it's like, the director has notes. And like, you know what I mean? It's like a fully different, it's the same thing, but it's fully different. Or it like comes off so,
yeah,
it comes off like acceptable.
Yeah.
But directing has been great. And, doing all the videos with like Eric Rojas and John Roca and stuff like that. Whoa, Eric Rojas, John Roca. Cool. Like doing all the videos with them makes it so much easier. You know what I mean? Like, because I can sit with Eric for a full day and we're like, okay, and then we're gonna have eggs right there and they're gonna be like kind of fucking around because like like, we'll just come up with all the reasoning for all the details and it's just so like sick. This is beautiful. And then keeping the team kind of smaller in that way helps I think translate ideas cleaner.
That's awesome. And I have a bone to pick with Eric. I know you're listening, Eric.
Why don't we call him?
No, not right now. Okay. But I gotta call him either way.
Do it.
Because I'll either see him every night for 3 weeks straight or not for 6 years at a time.
Dude, he's so wild because I'll be like, hey, let's link up and go over and he's like, oh man, I'm in Iceland for the next 2 weeks. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you in fucking Iceland? He's like, oh yeah, I'm just shooting stuff and And I'm like, all right. I mean, it's cool. He's not just being a bum. Like he's doing cool shit.
Oh, he's crushing it.
I'd be mad if I was like, let's hang, and he's like, I'm on my couch. You know what I mean? But
Eric, stay in LA more. Stop killing it so
quit
much.
moving.
Yeah.
Quit moving around.
I just want to grab wings.
Sit down and let's make something.
Exactly. So I think we've covered basically almost everything with intellectual property right now.
I think that's it.
So I waited till the night before the interview to listen to the record, so it's like super fresh in my mind and everything. And dude, I'm listening.
Top 5 favorites.
Definitely the 3 pop bangers when it goes Funeral Grave, Brainwashed, and the one after that, that's a pop banger as well. Or before
Two best friends?
Yes, 2 best friends.
Okay.
That one's awesome.
Thank you.
And that one just reminded me of me and you going out to get Thai food that one time.
Oh yeah, dude, that was like 3 in the morning. Yeah, something way past my bedtime.
Let's see. Self-Sabotage.
Yeah.
And also at Emo Night when you came up to DJ, I was like, this is my number 1 played song. And I wasn't BSing. That was my number 1 played song.
Was it?
On Spotify last year was Funeral Grave.
Hear that? He wasn't lying.
I wasn't lying, and I posted it for proof after. Fuck about it.
You care so much about like people like accepting your credibility. Or like, there's something I said on stage tonight.
Yeah. Something I said 3 months ago. If anyone has videos, please play it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 best friends, Self-Sabotage, fuck about it. And so last night while I was listening, while eating dinner, I'm listening to A Night Out on Earth, and I'm like getting bummed because the record's over. It's the last track.
Dude, I'm so sorry for interrupting. I get so psyched when I see this. Like, to me, it always feels like Closer is the last song, and then A Night Out on Earth is like the encore. You know what? They both feel like album enders to me.
It's so good. And
sorry, I interrupted you. That's so my bad.
No,
I just got psyched.
Either way, well, you should be psyched because this is your 5th studio album.
It's our 12th, dude.
It's our 12th. But so I'm listening, and the song's coming to a close, and I'm like, I hear some weird voice. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I remember you telling me, you're like, dude, I randomly found our first interview we did together on my phone.
Yeah.
And you didn't exactly tell me what you were going to do with it. You just
I was like, can I like fuck with this? Like, can I use this? And you're like, yeah, go for it. I was like, great, here we go.
And then I hear that. I'm like, smile ear to ear.
I've been waiting for you to hear it for so long. I was just like, when he hears this, he's going to lose his fucking shit.
Dude, smiling ear to ear. Like, I'm like, Porter, this is absolutely, like, that's me. She's like, you didn't know about this or did you beforehand? I'm like, no, this is the first time I'm listening to the record.
I wish I got to watch you hear it, but I feel like that would have been too, you'd be like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, why are you watching me listen to your whole record?
Because I'm crazy.
Actually, I listened to it. I'm not going to sell anyone in your band out right now, but Jeff might have played Entertainment in my apartment like 2 days after I moved in there.
Hey.
And I listened to the exact same spot Jeff was playing the debut record from.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Dude.
At my kitchen counter and everything. I have the picture of it.
A lot of memories there, man.
So many.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was so hyped for that. And I don't think there's a better way to end a record.
I don't think there is either. I think everybody should rip us off and start doing that.
Yeah, just take a sample from the first interview we did.
Yeah.
It's
easy.
You're
the first person to you're like everyone's like you take chances on so many people that I feel like a lot of people could be like, yeah, Fish is my first interview.
True. I got to find all the archives for that reason.
Yeah, you talked to us before anybody did. So.
Really?
Yeah, that was our first interview.
Holy crap.
Not just our first. I'm saying that was our first, like, outside of Houston. Like, we're like, someone from Los Angeles wants to talk to us about radio or New York or whatever it was back then. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. That's why it's significant.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
It's very significant.
Wow.
It's like I'm a natural blue.
So good. Yeah. Wow. And then you co-hosted my first Fishmas episode from LA too.
I did.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you guys had a bottle of
a tiny bottle of Jack.
And I was carrying it around.
Yeah.
It made me feel cool.
And then we took that picture of you at the toilet as if you were passed out with a bottle of Jack next to you.
Yeah, Los Angeles changed me.
Yes, that one. So good.
Yeah.
So many memories over the years. And I can't wait to make more memories in our older age. A little bit older now.
When do we die?
I don't know.
Predict it on air.
2018, there was a glitch in the Matrix, and after that, it's
like, holy shit, that already happened.
I missed my own funeral. Fuck.
Yeah. Honestly, this would be a crazy way to find out you're dead.
I assume this is how I'm going to find out, too. So, I want to play one more song off of Intellectual Prop.
Intellectual.
Wow. I waited till
say intellectual.
Literally 30 minutes into the interview, I mess up finally. Intellectual.
Are we 30 minutes in?
It feels like
Where is
Biggie? It might be about 30. Biggie's back there right now with Tom and Marie hanging out. And
good boy.
Also, I have to thank Nick and Tommy for sitting in, videotaping it, and killing it as always.
Nick, why are you doing those fingers? Nick. Yeah, cool.
So, I want to play one more song off of Intellectual Property.
You said it.
your 5th studio album.
Yes.
So what song do you want that to be?
No, what song do you want it to be? I chose the first one.
I mean, let's go with Funeral Grey.
Funeral Grey? All right.
There
we go.
Classic
It's
in
full
my
circle.
opinion. Yeah.
Full circle. Run it.
Instant classic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Awsten, so much for coming by. You're the best. Congratulations
Woo!
on the record.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see you at the LA date.
It's going to be sick.
Hell yeah.
That's a motherfucking rap. Now I can say fuck, 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 fuck.